In the face of a novel and deadly virus spreading rapidly around the country, politicians and administrators in the UK government and the devolved administrations were presented with unenviable choices. Whatever decision they took, there was often no right answer or good outcome. They also had to make decisions in conditions of extreme pressure, and initially without access to data or a full understanding of the epidemiological position. To assess what was reasonable, one must therefore put the decisions into proper context. Nonetheless, I can summarise my findings of the response as too little, too late. All four governments failed to appreciate the scale of the threat or the urgency of response it demanded in the early part of 2020. Once the scientific community and the scientific advisors for each nation had become aware that the virus was causing substantially more cases of moderate or severe respiratory illness in China than was being officially reported, and that it had spread from China, the warning signs were there. The tempo of the response should have been increased. It was not. February 2020 was a lost month. The exponential growth in transmission would likely lead to a loss of life on a scale that was unconscionable and unacceptable. No government acting in accordance with its overarching duty to preserve life could ignore such advice or tolerate the number of deaths envisaged. The governments of the UK, in taking the ultimate step to impose a mandatory lockdown, acted in the genuine and reasonable belief that it was required. They had no choice by then. But it was through their own acts and omissions that they had no choice. Also, the failure to lock down earlier may have cost lives. Had the lockdown been imposed 1 week earlier than the 23rd of March, the evidence suggests that the number of deaths in England alone in the first wave up until the 1st of July 2020 would have been reduced by 48%. That is approximately 23,000 fewer deaths. The very least the public is entitled to expect is that those making the rules will abide by them. Across the UK, there were instances and allegations of rule breaking by ministers and advisors that caused huge distress and undermined the confidence of the public in their governments. Finally, under this heading, there was a toxic and chaotic culture at the heart of the UK government, and the relationship between ministers in Northern Ireland was poor. This kind of culture is detrimental to good decision-making.